Camera's right.
Laughter and seriousness. Pull up a chair, kick back, and lean in as we welcome your hosts, Michelle Ross and Brian Swanson.
Good
Hello.
morning.
I guess I'm all by myself.
You're all by your lonesome.
You gotta be bold, you gotta be cool, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be strong, you gotta be tough, you gotta be...
So today it's nothing but a Michelle concert.
No, it is not.
What?
But no, I was thinking about Desiree when she sang that song,
Yeah.
You Gotta Be. And I was looking at the news and I'm like scrolling through social media, and I realized that so many of us get tied up in the mess
Every day,
every day.
every single day, there's always some kind of a mess.
And that is why I thought You Gotta Be is a great song title for our talk today, because the way to stay sane is you gotta be bold, you gotta be strong, you gotta be wiser than the noise.
Oh, I thought you were going to say everybody else.
No, the noise.
Stronger and wiser than everybody else.
Well, you've got to be able to discern what you're taking in. I mean, if you walk into an amusement park and you just let all the things hit you at once, you'll get overwhelmed and not do anything. And that's what happens with us with social media. You wake up, start looking at your phone, start scrolling, and you get completely involved and lost in all the chaos that's happening around us. I think we're Gen X, right?
Yes, we're Gen X.
I think Gen X, we had it best because we had nothing to look at.
No, we had. Oh my gosh, you're going to get me on that topic. We had to learn for ourselves. We had to make our own mistakes. We had to.
But we'll go back to the basics.
What?
When the news came out, it wasn't immediate. It had to be typed up by someone. Someone had to interview them. Then they would write it. Then they would put it in the newspaper, and that would come out the next day. So we
Right.
didn't see it immediately. And then they would have whatever the non-biased journalist would
Theoretically.
write. Back then, it was a non-biased journalist.
I watched a show the other day that said nothing has ever been non-biased, or has
but-
never been biased.
Well, because they're
non-biased.
humans. But the thing is who, what, when, where, and why is really what news used to carry.
Right.
And then we would read it and make up our own choices, our own decisions on whatever the topic was. And then we would go look it up or read or go to the library and dig on more if we wanted to, or go to more news sources. Now we don't even search. We just listen to what we hear
And we believe it,
and we believe it.
which is really scary because everything has got the algorithm of what you listen to, or what it thinks you listen to anyway.
And then gives you more of it. So it
yeah.
reinforces the negative thought or the misinformation you have. And so what you got to be, what Desiree is all about, why I wanted to talk about it, is you've got to take choices. You've got to make decisions on your own. Stop allowing the rest of the world to tell you what you think. And I say with Gen X, we had to figure it out. We had to learn on our own, and then we would test.
Well,
and
you went a
figure it
long
out.
way here. I got a few things. One, you were talking about the way we received our news
Yes.
as Gen Xers, and you are correct. Yeah, but, or however, if we go back into, say, our parents' day, okay, especially those, my mom was old enough, the one who raised me, Helen, she was old enough to recall sitting in a movie theater and getting their news that way of the war. She was born in 1934, so she saw World War II. So when did you get your news there? You were lucky you didn't have it on TV.
No, you got it once a month if you got lucky
You-
to pay
yeah, you
5
went into
cents
the-
to go to a movie theater.
Yeah, if you had the money to go to the theater, yeah, exactly. So that was one way. Then it evolved into what we can do, and then we did the into TV and such. And so it was a little the nightly news kind of a thing. Well, then it moved into, remember we were talking about it the other night at trivia, Gen Xers, when CNN put the Gulf War on live, which I thought was the stupidest thing at the time, because it's like, okay, all the enemy has to do is tune into the channel and see where
We're
everybody
right
was.
above the war right now. We've got them in sight. We're looking at them. And so the person we're after is looking up to them, and that's where the camera is. And so they would perform. You know?
Exactly. That was my first thought on it. I mean, it was one thing once they were on land and things were going on and different stuff like that. But when they were hitting the beaches, just imagine if there would have been a camera at
Normandy.
a live camera. There were cameras, but let's say there was a live camera at Normandy. They're storming the beaches. Hey, check this guy. Look at this, guys.
They're coming in right now, arm. But that's what we're doing now with our social media is everything's actively happening. And so you get all involved before there's even a solution.
Oh, it's gotten that bad in the last couple of years where it's just, I was getting frustrated looking at some of the news reports that came out a couple of years ago where every time you pulled it up, there was typos. Mm-hmm. It was being typed and it was coming across social media or the news channel, whatever, on the internet, but it was being typed up and you could tell that there wasn't even time for proofreading. I mean, it was one of those things that whatever reason, Word didn't catch it or whatever program didn't catch it when they typed it up and it didn't get underlined, or the person was so big of a hurry to get the information out that they didn't go back and proofread it. So we lost in my eyes, we lost the integrity at that point. But then it's nothing and everything now is video, and it's how fast can you grab somebody else's camera that happens to be at the point and then report on it when you don't even know all the facts. I mean, a picture's worth 1,000 words and a video's worth what?
Well, and a video of all sorts of things, because I don't know if you've ever played the game where everyone sees, something happens right in the middle, and you ask everyone from the different corners of the room, what did they see? And everyone sees something completely different and makes their opinion. And what you find out later, this is what was happening, but because no one could see the other point of view, they all had their own point of view. And that's what's happening with all of our videos. People are seeing things and doing, that is terrible, this is what's happening. No, you don't know what happened before they turned on the video, and you don't know what happened after the video. And so what I'm basically wanting to talk about today is...
Well, wait a minute. Before you go on with that, I'm thinking of that game, Who's the Murderer? Everybody in the room. And one person is selected, but you don't know who it is because you're blindfolded or whatever.
Yeah, and you have to guess who the bad person is.
Yeah, and it could be you. Or whatever it is. I don't remember the name of the game, but it is a game. Anyhow, I just threw you off, didn't I?
Yeah. But so that's the thing is... With the song, the reason I chose You Gotta Be is it's not what's happening on the outside, okay? Yes, you can be concerned. Yes, you can see it. Yes, 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 yes to everything you're saying in your head right now. But what I'm trying to get to is it's you. You choose what you allow into you. You choose what's going to ruin your day. I've heard so many people say, well, I got up and I saw this and it was horrible and it's completely destroyed my day. I cannot go to work today because my life is ending. No, your life isn't ending. The other person's life ended. It's your choice to let your life end because you watched someone else's. You can be sad, you can be empathetic, you can do, oh my gosh, that's terrible, but to make it affect you in your life, in your world, is a choice.
So to bring it down to less seriousness, because you are 100% right, but I'm just making it a little less serious. Think of your football team, or your hockey team, or your basketball team, and you scream at the television, and it's like, yeah, that guy heard you. Would you not do that? Would you and the refs? Oh my God, how could you make that lousy call? You're just stupid.
No one hears you.
It doesn't affect the game. They can't hear you through the TV unless you happen to be in the stadium.
And they can't hear you anyway.
They can't hear you anyway. Second of all, they don't care about your opinion. Third of all, you don't write their paychecks. So how does it involve you aside from watching the show? Now, I understand excitement. I'm a sports fan to a certain degree, too.
No, but it affects you because you internalize it.
But oh my gosh, my football team, and I'm thinking of somebody right now, but my football team didn't go to the Super Bowl this year. Oh my gosh, that's the worst coach in the whole wide world. You don't know the circumstances behind how he coached, why he made the decision. You don't know any of that stuff.
I always laugh because people do, oh, worst coach ever. We lost the Super Bowl. What you have to remember is you got to the Super Bowl.
Well, the team I'm thinking about this year didn't go to the Super Bowl.
No, but we're making the example of that's the worst coach ever. We lost the Super Bowl. The point is, you made it. Your team made it to the Super Bowl. Do you imagine how many games they had to win and how many they lost in order to get to the Super Bowl? We get so focused on the now of the terrible that we forget all the amazing that happened to it. and all the amazing that can happen after it. And so I'm looking at the news and looking at all the people who are losing their minds right now, thinking, 9/11 was horrific, okay? Horrific. And we had wonderful days until that day, right? And have you had wonderful days since that day? Yes, it was tragic. Yes, it was horrible. Yes, 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 terrible things. But it was a moment in time, and we have to adjust from it. So when you open your phone in the morning and you see all the terrible things that are happening in the world, realize in a normal world where social media wasn't telling you everything that's happening at the microsecond, you would have woken up and had a wonderful day until you read the news. Now, you aren't even given a chance to make an opinion on the news. You are told what to believe. And so we talk to you who are business owners, entrepreneurs. You run your world. You control your world. And if you allow the outside world to control your world, and in turn you are destroying what could be a wonderful day.
Things never get done.
Yeah. If you keep watching the outside, you know my quote. What's my quote from Byron Katie?
Rut in a grave.
There's 3 types of business in
Oh.
this world. My business, the other person's business. And if you believe in God, God's business. If you don't believe in God, the universe's business. If you don't believe in a God or the universe, the outside world's business. If you are losing...
So in other words, nobody's.
Nobody's.
I knew I'd get that in
And
there.
so the whole thing about it is, if your day is being destroyed by something that's happening on the other side of the world from you, if you cannot look outside the window and you're not getting shot at, you can be concerned, you can be hurt, but you cannot let it destroy your day and the people around you or your relationships with people around you. Understand that bad things happen all the time.
Well, it goes back to my thing you always say about my uncle who said, is it going to matter in 5 minutes? Is it going to matter in an hour? Is it going to matter in 2 days? Or is it going to matter in a week? If the answer to those are no, it's not going to matter past the next 10 minutes, then why worry about it? Why consider it? Why be concerned about it? Just because somebody on the other side of town, if they're on the other side of town, gets injured or hurt or killed or whatever, did that affect you? Unless you knew them personally, why? I mean, because the news tells us that all the time. I mean, my gosh, just tick mark how many times they talk about death, and then they go out and they find death. That's what always kills me about the news, and has always been that way in my eyes. We've got a great city going on here, right here in Colorado Springs, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the person who got shot over in Cleveland, Ohio.
Thank you, Eric. Exactly. What you focus on, you get more of. Do you understand that? What you focus on, you get more of. Stop focusing on the negative and start looking for the light. If you need to, do like Sir Eric. He gets on his bike and goes out into the mountains with his dogs and has a good old time.
Oh, he goes in some cool places.
But that's the thing. If you are getting lost in the jumble, getting lost in your mind of all the terrible things that are happening in this world, realize you got to today. Every day that you woke up to get to this day is a wonderful day. And so remember who you are and where you are in this playing field of the world, and understand that the news's job is to keep you locked on the news, keep you locked on their station, and so are the influencers. It's their job to get paid to keep you interested in whatever they say. And if you react to all their negativity, they will just give you more of it. So focus on good. Focus on the benefits of life. Focus on the future being better. Because if you say the world is bad and it's only going to get worse, you are going to get what you see, what you ask for. Yeah, I'm kind of raveled.
I'm letting you go, but I also have to add in. Eric made a thing. I mean, Eric says, I just focused on a breakfast burrito. Poof, it's in front of me now.
Exactly.
Now, wait a minute. I want to use that since we've been using all kinds of metaphorical stories today. Big words. Imagine if that burrito, 1, didn't show up, even though he might have ordered it. And 2, what if it comes to him and let's say the sausage isn't done all the way, or the bacon's not cooked, or whatever? Could that ruin his day? For some people, it might.
Send it back.
Well, there's that, but I'm just saying, if it comes to you not as expected and not as always, is it going to ruin your day and the rest of your day is shot? So now you're going to have to go crawl around and lay on the couch and eat bonbons and watch TV and flip through Netflix and get absolutely nothing done as an entrepreneur because the breakfast burrito was wrong?
Or better yet, do you want to let that bad experience, that one bad experience, shift everything so that you're mad at everyone else you talk to that day? Yeah, it's like, why do we allow outside forces to shift who we are at the core? I know people have come up to me and say, "Oh, you're so damn happy." I'm happy because I focus on the good things in life. I focus on who I woke up today. Hey, I've got a friend to talk to. Oh, we've got a podcast. We can come talk to you and share with you the things we saw in the past week or whatever, or what's going to happen in the future. But I've had friends who have written me from overseas and they do, "I am so sorry you live in Colorado."
Why?
Why? I mean, I've got these beautiful mountains, clear skies, clear air. It's beautiful. Oh, but all the massive shootings and all the terrible things, we never even see it. I can walk down the street and feel safe in my town. But because the news focuses and says Colorado had this shooting and that shooting and this and that and that and this and that and all this, oh, it's a terrible place. No, I think Colorado is one of the most beautiful places I've ever lived in my entire life, and I've lived all around the world.
Okay, so let's go back to the song lyrics. What was the song lyrics? You got to the future what now?
Listen to your mother, and read the books your father read. You got to look to the sky.
Look to the sky. Okay, now, if we take everything that we're talking about, and I'm going back to Eric's burrito because he also made a good comment over here too. So metaphorically speaking, he says that burrito would show up otherwise. I head into the kitchen and I make it myself. In other words, take control of your destiny. Take control of your future.
Bing,
Make
bing,
your
bing,
own.
bing, 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 bing. You win. You win the jackpot. Yes.
Make your own damn burrito.
Control your future by controlling your mindset. Really, that's what I think I'm coming after is it's all up to you. Yes, I'm on my preachy mood today because I've seen a lot of things this morning already. And I was thinking, wow, wake up. Stop being manipulated. People like using the term sheep. I'm telling you, all that scrolling causes you to be a sheep. Don't just follow any shepherd. Choose your shepherd well. Just because they're pretty or they have a great smile or they have a six-pack abs doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. When we
Sheep
were
with
younger,
six-pack abs?
this is going to sound really bad, but when we were younger, we had the jocks, the preppies, the smokers, the nerds, the music geeks. I mean, we had terms for everybody. Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Oh, they still have them now.
But we know when so-and-so would say something, we do, oh yeah, but you're talking from your parameter. You just want them to open the smoking section bigger. Oh, okay. And we would just kind of blow it off. But now it's like, oh my gosh, they did that? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm going to fail my math test today because so-and-so didn't get what they... No. Just because someone else didn't get what they wanted doesn't mean you can't get what you want.
But you feel for them.
You can feel for them. I feel for you.
You have to feel for them like they're a twin sister
because
or something.
I love you. And I've got that mean mother hard love thing. I love you, so therefore I'm sharing with you. Stop taking on other people's problems.
So we're going to make a whole new book according to Eric.
Yes.
It's called How to Make Your Own Darn Burrito.
Make your own darn burrito. And life is a burrito. You can add anything you want. And then if you put something in it you don't like, pull the onions out.
No green peppers.
No green peppers. Pull them out. It doesn't mean you can't eat it. Pull out what you don't like. And that happens in life as in people in the world with you. If there are people in your life that you always deal with, you're like, oh my gosh, I do not like being around them, then don't be around them.
Oh,
If they're-
especially energy suckers.
Yeah, if they're poisoning your world, get them out. And if you can't avoid them, just avoid them. You have to be in the same room. You don't have to go and talk to them. You don't have to go buy them a drink or eat breakfast with them or whatever.
Or kick them, or knock them down, or
Yeah,
yell at them, or
let 'em
scream
be.
at them, or insult them. You don't have to do that either. Just stay away from them.
Let them be.
Let them be their own person.
Let them make their own choices.
Yes.
And your choice is, I'm going to own who I am, be happy, find joy in this world, and actually sit and smile and see the sun and do, I am so glad there's sun today. And right now, the East Coast is getting pounded with snow. Colorado has beautiful
60
sunny
degrees.
skies. And you know what? We could be complaining, but we're not. We have sun. That's great, right? We could be saying, oh my gosh, this is terrible. We're going to have a huge fire season because we don't have any moisture. Yes, we could. But right now, we're going to enjoy that we have a beautiful sunny day. The East Coast, yeah, they're getting slammed. But what? They have a day home with their families, and they don't have to go anywhere because they have a travel shutdown. You said, look for the good in the bad. You can do it every day with everything you do and everything.
Or if you're considerate about yourself, just be glad you're not in New York or whatever's getting the East Coast where they're getting slammed today.
Bombs.
I'm so
cyclone.
glad I live in Colorado where it's 60 degrees, or in Arizona in some people's cases.
Yeah. And so that's really what you got to be. You got to be brave enough to be who you want to be, not what the world is telling you you should probably be. Because in the long run, doesn't matter. It all ends up with you. Always. It always ends up with you. You can't blame anyone. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your dog for whatever. You can't blame anyone.
He ate my homework.
It's you. And the bottom line is you. So if it's all going to fall down to you in the end, make it the best. I mean, I've had many, many deaths around me lately. And my thought is, no one went to their deathbed doing, you know what? So-and-so that I can't even remember their name on the other side of the planet tripped and hit their foot. No, they die. As they're dying, they say, gosh, I hope I was a good person. I hope people love me. I hope. Stop hoping. Be.
I think that's a good place to end today.
Okay, I had to get off my soapbox because...
Well, no, we all belong on our soapbox. We're Gen Xers. We're supposed to tell the world the way that it is, and that's what we have a tendency to do here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't, but most of the time we at least tell you what's going on and how to think about it and be real.
Be good. Be good.
That's what the porch is all about, being real.
Real. Yes.
Did I emphasize that enough?
Real. Be you. Be the honest to truth you. Unless you're a psychopath, be you. If you're a psychopath, change you. But other than that, most of us are pretty nice people, decent humans who want good in the world. So start with you, with
All right.
your friends.
I got you. I got a closing song for you.
Okay.
To be real.
To be real, you got to be real. To be real.
And with that, don't forget to like and share, and go over to YouTube and make sure you follow us over there or subscribe to us and all that kind of stuff. We need the numbers over there, but like, share, and tell people about us.
And if you know someone who is going through trauma right now that is not their own, share this with them. That way, they can get mad at us and not with you.
Hey, there's an idea. I got big shoulders.
Yeah. So go out there, be the best version of you, be unapologetically the best version of you. And until next time,
I'm Brian Swanson.
I'm Dr. Michelle Moross. We are Denman Pearls. We are business casual.
With Pearls of Wisdom.
From the porch. Be real. Peace. Oh, you got rid of the little slide notes.